This is Heartrepreneur Radio, maximizing your personal and business results by leading with your heart. With your host, Terry Levine. Listen every week as Terry tackles the topics that will help you become a successful heart-centered entrepreneur. Be sure to read the blog posts at www.heartrepreneur.com/blog. Come back often and add this show to your favorite RSS feed or subscribe in iTunes. You can also follow Terry on Twitter at MentorTerry and on Facebook.com/Heartrepreneur Terry Levine. And now here's Terry.
Welcome to Heartrepreneur Radio, Heartrepreneur TV. Really glad that you tune in. Hoping that you're also sharing the show with others. Our goal is to transform as many people's businesses, to really give them solid business advice. The people that I interview are here to help you so that you can transform the lives of the people that you also help. So glad to have you with us. Now today, I have with me W.T. Hamilton, and he created the world's first one-chapter book series. Think about that for a moment. We're definitely going to talk about that. He helps driven entrepreneurs solve business problems one chapter book at a time. To me, that's just brilliant, and wait till you hear about this. WT specializes in using mindset techniques and insight to build his business in a fun and authentic way, right? Totally aligned with Heartrepreneurs. And by the way, he's also an award-winning author. He's a motivational speaker, business owner, business management consultant. And what he specializes in is helping people just like you see solutions that you're not necessarily seeing yourself. So let's talk about how to grow your business and really how to use your mindset and to be authentic in your business. WT, welcome here to Heartrepreneur Radio and TV.
Thank you, Terry. I'm really excited to talk with you today.
I'm excited also. So let's kind of back up first. How did you get into what you're currently doing? Like, what's your path been?
So I was a production manager at a big company, and everything was going really well, and had a great ownership. And then the 2009 market crash hit, and the company basically went bankrupt. They had some funny books things going on, and then I got rehired to help build it back through a consulting company. And the consulting company, they weren't heart-centered like we were in the past. So everything changed. The whole game changed. They didn't like the way I was making my money anymore. So I had to start looking for another way, another avenue. At the same time, I started learning about the law of attraction, which kind of was more in alignment with the way my personal philosophy already was, my personal integrity. So I started looking for opportunities to be able to expand in that. And that ended up getting me into management consulting and sales consulting. And from there, I started working with entrepreneurs as well to help them as I built my business, showing them the things that I've learned. So everything that I teach is things that I've already done. I don't teach things if it's just a philosophy. It's things I've experienced, the things that work and the things that don't work.
Beautiful, beautiful. You know what? That's one of the things I really value the most. There's so many people that teach things that come from books and practical knowledge that really aren't proven in their own life experience. And I love when we pass forward something that we love, we're passionate about, and we also have applied in our own lives. So we're actually able to pass that forward. That's just brilliant. I love it. So how did you come up with the one chapter book series? And I've got to hear about this. I have to tell you, as soon as I started reading about that, I'm like, I want WT here on the show. So tell me about that. Tell us.
So I love like business books and marketing books, but I love them for particular reasons. And so what would happen is I'd buy the book because I had a problem that I needed to solve. I needed to solve it pretty quickly so I could keep moving forward with my business. But I'd have to read 15, 20 chapters to find the one chapter that answered the problem that I had. So right away I said, you know what, I have a lot of experience. I can start writing about the experiences I have, but just one chapter at a time, solving one problem. Like one of the books is Ask for the Money, because I know a lot of entrepreneurs have a hard time once you get to that sales part of asking for the money and being authentic about it. They said, I can write a book about that. It's not going to be for everyone, but for the people that have that problem, they can just buy that book. And so I started looking at different solutions I could solve and which ones I could put into one chapter books, because I want bite-sized information, because when you're an entrepreneur, you don't have time to read a book that might take you 2 weeks. You need one that's going to take you 2 hours, and you've got the solution, now you can put it into action.
The concept is so brilliant to me. It's one of those, oh my gosh, it could have had a V8. We all should have thought of something like this, because people want, I believe, specific information. They want it fast. They want to learn it fast. And there's lots of people out there teaching information. They're teaching it not in bite-sized chunks. So even when I've attended seminars or conferences, I'll walk away and go, it's that one thing that I really wanted. And all that other stuff took me 2 other days of sitting at a conference. Or when I'm going on a teleclass or a webinar or whatever it might be, I'm looking for just what I'm looking for, that quick nugget of help me learn this concept, and I have got an issue or a problem or something I need to solve. So it's brilliant. Where can people find the one chapter books?
So I sell mainly on Amazon, and I do sell them on my website too, but the main revenue from those are from Amazon or from doing public appearances.
So if they go to Amazon, are they looking under your name, W.T. Hamilton, or is that how can they find?
Yeah, if you just punch in W.T. Hamilton, you're going to get a big list of books. You're going to have my Law of Attraction books as well, but you're going to have all the one chapter books are there. Or you can just search up The Harsh Truths, which is the...
If you have any challenges in your business and you want some business advice and help, we're here to do a customized blueprint to help you overcome your biggest business challenge. Send an email right now to Terry, Terri, at Terry Levine, Levine, and we will tell you how to get your customized business blueprint. We are truly here to help you.
The newest one, and then that link will give you the link to my author page.
The Harsh Truths.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And what is your website, by the way?
It's wherethewindblows.ca.
Ooh, wherethewindblows.ca. I just like the sound of that very much. So then how did you, because you've got solid business advice and you're a motivational speaker, you're definitely a high-level consultant. How did you get into blending in mindset, law of attraction? How did that come into your experience?
So what happened was I was looking at, so a lot of people have their personal beliefs and they have personal integrity for their family. And then they throw that aside and they run their business just with their mind, and they're not thinking about how that affects community, how that affects the employees. The only thing they really can, looking at is how it affects their business and maybe the client. But the rest of the circle is empty. So they can be cutthroat, they can do things in an unauthentic way. Then when they make that money that way, that money is attached to just bad experiences. You're attracting people that are, opportunistic, trying to take money out of your pocket. So you can never feel comfortable if you make your money in a bad way. You're going to make money no matter what you do in life. But if you make it in a heart-centered way that's caring and considering for other people and helping other people, you get to keep that money for as long as you want. So that's what really drove me to start teaching it, because I felt like that was a big piece that was missing in business. And when I was talking to other people that were trying to build their business from like a spiritual, heart-centered business, they struggled with the business part of that business because it's so cutthroat. So I wanted to teach people how to do it without being cutthroat. You could still keep your authentic values and your integrity and feel good about making your money, because you're not ripping people off, you're not lying, you're not misrepresenting. So that was very important to me.
Yeah, we're very aligned that way, WT. The whole Heartrepreneur cause movement is about you can help other people with your products, with your services. And you can transform other people's lives with whatever it is you're selling, you're offering, if you're doing it from a place of authenticity, without manipulation, without thinking you have to, overcome objections or agitate people, and just be of service and be of help and be that same authentic person that you are in your heart and with your family and with your friends. So it sounds to me like we're quite aligned. Yes?
Yeah, exactly. And
Totally.
that a lot of that was through experience. And I've danced with being aligned and being out of alignment. Sometimes you get a situation where you really need to pay your bills and try to figure out what you can do. But every time that I get out of alignment, it never works out for me.
Yeah.
So through that experience, I realized that you have to stay true to what you believe in all circumstances. And that's a challenge, but life is challenging.
Yeah, I love how you said that, in all circumstances. I have a similar story to share. I was president of a national healthcare company, and all of a sudden they were coming up with things they wanted us to do and say with our employees. And the stock members, the stockholders at a board meeting basically said, well, don't tell the employees the truth. Just do this and this and this. And I went back to my office that day and thought, I'm not supposed to be doing this anymore. I can't say what they want me to say. I can't do what they want me to do. I can't act the way they want me to act because it's not in alignment. And I walked away from a very high paying job and just said, I can't work here anymore. It's not meant to be. And started my coaching and consulting business literally the next day. And then I had 30 clients in 30 days. And people said, how did that happen? And I said, I just stayed in integrity. And then I just saw the difference. Yes, you could make money the way I made it in corporate America, not feel good, go home and feel sick every night, which is how I felt, or you can be in alignment and people show up. Does that make sense to you?
That speaks to me in volumes.
Yeah, I thought it might. What do you see as the biggest obstacle that people have in business? What's the most frequent thing that shows up?
The very first thing I think, it would be the initial biggest hurdle, is people are afraid to lose. So they want everything to line up and be perfect. They look at companies like Amazon and they see, oh, these guys are huge. But then I realize that, they were struggling just like you to build it. And they got to a certain level where all of a sudden they got popular. And that's why you know about them. And now you see that they're huge. It looks like it's instant, but it's not instant. So you have to be able to make mistakes and understand that those mistakes are your building blocks to your success. But people don't want to make mistakes. They want to be perfect, have the perfect business plan, the perfect everything. And so I feel like that is probably the biggest initial hurdle. But the true hurdle is so when you're telling somebody you're going to start a business, everybody's excited for you. That doesn't mean they're going to buy from you. That doesn't mean they're going to support your business. So being excited about you doesn't mean that you have a huge...
Is your business struggling? You want more leads, you want to convert leads more easily, you want more revenues, more profits. Whatever your biggest business challenge is, we're here to help you. We have a proprietary proven process that's guaranteed here at Heartrepreneur to help you increase your revenues and profits. And we have the ability to help you overcome your biggest business challenge. Simply send us an email to Terry, Terri, at terrylevine, Levine.com, and we will show you how we can help you overcome your biggest business problem by doing a customized blueprint just for you. Whatever your problem or challenge is, stop struggling, stop the frustration. Let us help you so that you can have more money, more freedom, and more free time in your business. Do it now. Send the email now.
Foundation to launch your business with. And so I think people get discouraged. They're afraid to lose, and then they also don't realize how much you have to actually build it. And that it's momentum is the piece that you have to build, and it takes time.
Yeah, it does. People say to me sometimes when I say, oh, I had 30 clients in 30 days, they say, oh, well, that was easy for you. I'm like, well, just so you know, I was making hundreds of phone calls every single day. I didn't just call 30 people and get 30 clients. So I did an incredible amount of work because I was determined to build a good base, knowing that I could expand from there. That also doesn't mean that I never had to do anything again. And it was like, oh, great, I have 30 clients in 30 days. And now 26 years later, it just rolls along. No, every single day, I work on myself, I work on my business, and I ask, how can I help other people today? What is it that I can do? So we have to keep at building businesses. I'm also curious what you find as maybe the largest issue that people seem to have mindset wise, entrepreneurs and mindset. I'm always curious about that.
So I think going back to, not being afraid to lose, not being afraid to fail, is that mindset of not understanding what your success looks like, what it should feel like, and believing in yourself. So a lot of people, they want to get certifications, they want to get permission from other people to start something or to take it to the next level. They don't give themselves the permission to start something or take it to the next level. And so once you learn how to do that, and it's not easy, it's a process, but once you learn how to build your self-confidence, then you can show up as your real self. Like, I never wear a tie. A lot of times I'll wear a suit jacket, but I always wear my jeans. I always have my hat on. I'm always walking around in my Nikes, because that's the authentic me. That's how I feel comfortable. When I first started doing business consulting, I'd wear a suit and tie, and I'd have my fancy pants shoes on, and I didn't feel like the real person. I felt like I was pretending to be somebody else that I thought people wanted to see, but I wasn't resonating with people, not until I started to just be myself. So it's building up that confidence that you can be yourself, and you can understand that you're not going to resonate with everybody you meet. You're going to resonate with a very small niche. They could do the one chapter books. It's a very small niche. That's why people don't do it, because it only speaks to a small percentage of people at a time. But if you're comfortable with that, and that's your authenticity, then you can really build your business. But it's that struggle first to believe in yourself and allow yourself to chase your dreams, and allow yourself to understand that you're worthy of that which you're seeking, and you deserve it. Because a lot of people don't believe that they really deserve it or they're really worthy. They want it, but to get that in their head that you deserve it and you're worthy of it, that all starts with self-belief.
It does. It's fascinating to me. I will work with a newer client, family member, and they'll be, all right, let's just jump in. I need help in this area of my business, this area. And I'm always like, no. First, you need help with your mindset. We have to work, the way I like to think of it is, we work on the inner approach. We get you aligned, we get you balanced. Then we can look at the outer actions. And I think a lot of business consultants, sales consultants, management consultants like to get right into strategies and tactics, and they haven't taken a look at the person and where the person is coming from. Any thoughts about that?
Yeah, that is a big disconnect when you have business, because it's all procedures and strategies. But the person that's actually, like, if this person's not comfortable going up to somebody and talking to them, they could be great at writing emails, they could be great at putting together a deal. If they can't present it, if they don't have that confidence, they're going to have a real struggle in doing anything in business. If you don't have the confidence to be the cheerleader of your own business, you're going to have a really hard time to build your business. So you have to look at the individual and find out what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and it's in for them, not their skills, but it's more their attitudes, their habits, how they see things, and so to understand what their beliefs are, their self-beliefs, the beliefs of their environment, and what their values are, because you have to align your values with helping people. And once people realize, when you're in business, you're in service. Even if you're in a corporation, you're in service of the other departments. You're in service of the other people around you. And once you start to realize that, and you put that first, then you can start to get in alignment with, the heart-centered part of business, because there is a heart center in business. People just don't realize that it is.
I love that. Yeah. As entrepreneurs in this movement and this cause, there's a lot that we have to get back in touch with, and like living from our heart and being in our heart. And whenever I even am talking to someone who's a prospect and might want our help, I actually always am checking in with my heart, not necessarily my head. My head might say, oh, yes, I can help them. And I go to my heart and I say, does my heart feel, number one, aligned with them? Number two, that they're open and curious enough to actually learn from me or the consulting in my company? And can we be of the most service? So I'm always doing more of a heart check-in. My logical mind will say, I can solve most people's business, sales, and marketing problems. I've been doing it for decades. I happen to be really good at it. And so, that's the whole ego mind saying, yes, we can do this. And yes, of course, there's a part of it that's also saying, oh, that's a smart idea in business to have more clients, financially smart. However, I always defer to my heart now. Is my heart really aligned? Do I really even want to help this person? Do I care enough about them and their business? Do I feel like I want to take them on as a client family member, because clients become family? And then if I make that offer to work together, it's a heart connection. Makes sense to you, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. And because some of this, the concepts, you have to have an open mind. You have to be ready to put other people first, and that's not everybody's cup of tea. That's not how everybody sees making money. So I have to align, because I can't help someone that is just out to grab money. That's fine if that's how they want to do, but it's not the kind of circle that I can be in.
Exactly. Remind people again where they can get the books and your website. I want to make sure everybody has that.
Yeah. So the website is wherethewindblows.ca, and my books are on Amazon. You can connect with me on Instagram as well. It's w.t.hamilton on Instagram. I do a lot of insight. My belief is that because I have an abundance of wealth, or abundance of knowledge and insight, I try to share as much as I can to help people to be able to do things, even if they never buy from me anything. I want them to still get some insight, get some nuggets and motivation and inspiration. So I do a lot of that on Instagram, and I do blogs. You'll find my blogs all over the place.
Excellent. And that's a true entrepreneur attitude. Even if you never buy from me, even if you never give me a penny or a dime, right? I'm going to help you. I'm going to show up. I'm going to do blogs. I'm going to do videos. I'm going to do social media posts, whatever it is. And I really want the audience to just bring that back into your mindset, like breathe that in for a moment. That's really great wisdom. And that comes from being heart-centered entrepreneur. It comes from saying, when you wake up in the morning, how can I be of service? Not how can I go hunt for someone else to pay me? And I really believe the alignment of waking up and being of service and helping others allows the right people to find you. And as WT said, that may be a smaller percentage of people. However, that's the right people. And there's enough of those right people for you to prosper. What are a couple of like final words of wisdom or nuggets that you really want to have people take away from our conversation today?
Really, it is to be in service, and just your voice is important. If you have any kind of knowledge or insight in anything, whatever it is that you do as your professional or your business, your voice is important. There's somebody that won't resonate with that same message unless they hear it from you. So you have a responsibility to get out there, to share what you know, and to help people in whatever way you can. And you might not get direct compensation, but that compensation will come to you. So if you don't worry about what you're going to get out of it and just focus on what you can give, it'll come back to you in ways that you didn't expect.
It's so beautiful. You know what I love about our conversation, and I'm so glad that we're getting to know each other, is that you have such a balanced approach. You have great business advice, and you're willing to share that and give that. And at the same time, you have really great advice for people to really see themselves better, to become more authentic. And it's a blending of, I always call it the inner and the outer, the inner alignment, the outer alignment. It's just beautiful the way that you show up. I'm just grateful for all you do in the world. And I personally wanted to say, not only thank you for being here, thank you for being someone that I most definitely deem a heartrepreneur who comes from the heart and is of high service to others. I'm really grateful for you.
Thank you. I appreciate the kind words.
It's true. All right. Well, thanks for being my guest today. Let me say a few send-off words to our wonderful listeners and our viewers. Well, first of all, thanks again for tuning in. Without listeners, without viewers, we can't help you. We're here to help you. And today, I think you got some of the best business advice from W.T. Hamilton. So definitely take a look at the books, because have you ever asked yourself a question like, oh, I just want the answer to this. I don't want to read this giant book. And as W.T. said, it could take a week, 2 weeks to get through it. Let me just get one chapter. Let me get that one solid piece of business advice. And clearly you're getting it in a very heart-centered way. The last couple things that I want to say as we sign off today: make sure that you do join our Facebook group, which is Heartrepreneurs with Terry Levine Facebook group. I'd love for WT to join us there too. We are constantly giving you solid business advice that blends with the Heartrepreneur philosophy, integrity. We're there to help, and we're there not only to help you grow your business, to grow yourself and to really make transformation. And then finally, I put together an educational webinar that will show you the 7 deviations that you really need to follow in business. Get a pen, get a piece of paper, because you're going to take a lot of notes. It's not a typical webinar where someone's trying to pitch you something. And that is that www.tl for Terry Levine, tlwebinar.com. And at the end of the webinar, you can actually have us solve your biggest business problem. So thank you again. So delighted that you tuned in here today at Heartrepreneur Radio, and really encourage you to share the show. Whenever you find something that is creating value, be of service to others, pass it forward. Create an extraordinary day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Heartrepreneur Radio, maximizing your personal and business results by leading with your heart, with your host, Terry Levine. This show is produced every week for your enjoyment and education. To make sure you never miss a single show, add us to your favorite RSS feed or subscribe in iTunes. You can also read Terry's latest blog posts at www.heartrepreneur.com/blog, or follow Terry on Twitter at MentorTerry, and on Facebook.com/Heartrepreneur Terry Levine. Your questions and comments are always welcome and appreciated. Send them to Terry on either Facebook or Twitter. Thank you for listening.